All right, back at it again with another King Talk. Let's do this. I think this is another really important aspect of running a business, and this can can make you pretty much make you go crazy. I'll be like, oh, I see what you're talking about there. Okay. So we're talking about what's one thing that you can change in your business.
It's a good one. I guess for me personally, it would be focusing on one thing at a time. As a business owner, there's so many things that run through my mind, right? So from a new program to, client, retention to, making sure the app is up to date and revising and things of that nature. That sometimes juggling all those things, I get nowhere. When in theory, if I focus on one thing at a time, I can knock it out in 2 weeks compared to 2 months that it's taking me. And I think for a lot of new entrepreneurs or even seasoned entrepreneurs, I think we all struggle with that, is trying to find that healthy balance, because you want to have a hand in everything. You want to have basic knowledge of every single thing going on in your business, but there's moments where you have to really get knee deep in this certain aspect of it.
True.
But you can't be knee deep in everything.
True.
So for me, that's probably the biggest thing I struggle with, is finding that happy medium of, all right, I have my eye on it. I'm not blind to it, but my focus right now is here.
Okay, and I like that. So I'm gonna, before I go throw mine out there, I was pretty much a story of, if you had to go to the grocery store, you also had to wash the dishes. How would you do those things? So maybe you're on the road to go to the grocery store. You go to get the groceries. Then when you get home, you probably throw the dishes in. Gotcha. But these two things you can't do at the same time.
Fair.
So prioritizing and timing. When can you do those things? So maybe setting aside time to follow with clients, or set aside time to troubleshoot, like, just issues. These are the issues I have. Troubleshooting those, maybe giving an hour, 2 hours a day, or maybe just today I'm going to focus on these issues, and then today I'm going to actually build a business. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So setting aside the time frames to be able to take care of those things, instead of just mixing them all together, like, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. You'd be all over the place. Yeah. So my one thing I would want to change in my business, I think the one of the things is sticking to what I say, to my contract, holding myself accountable to hold a client accountable when we set boundaries, Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I feel like I give in way too much with, I'll do this, and then next thing you know, it's way bigger than what I originally planned, and it starts affecting other clients, because now I have less time to spend with them, or I'm not giving quality work, instead of the quality work I would have gave if I just did the amount of time that I said I would spend here. And it's cool to go above and beyond for somebody, right, but sometimes that's not warranted. It's just them just pulling as much as they can take from you before you say it's enough.
So that's a good point, right? So I think, there's that balance piece we talk about, right? Because we always want to take care of our clients, right? Because they're number one. Without clients, you don't have a business, right? So you always want to take care of your clients, but there is that point where it's like, listen, this is how this service works. This is how this product works. These are the rules and ramifications. Yeah. These are the boundaries of it. When people try to come out of those boundaries, you as the business owner, there comes a point where you're like, no, I can't. Yeah. I can't, because the energy I give here now is less over here. Right. And like you said, setting those time frames, but also setting those hard boundaries for yourself to say, listen, I'm only giving this much to this project. Mm-hmm. Or example for me is, I started setting like working hours, right? Some people will say that's ludicrous, that's crazy as an entrepreneur. You should work 24/7. And I'm like, no. At 8 o'clock, I'm not answering any more business conversations. I'm just not, right? Because I need that time to kind of de-escalate, to get myself together, take care of self-love, self-care, so then I'm able to be 100% for the people.
Yep.
So
when you're on the clock. I like that.
I started putting myself on the clock, and it definitely helped with that, setting those boundaries, right? Because I used to be like, hit me up anytime, 24/7 access, and some people take that literally, like 1, 2 in the morning. Bing, bing, bing. Like,
I was getting that too.
And it'd be, it to me could be the simplest question, right? Then I'm like, and I probably could have waited, right? But I couldn't even be mad because I didn't set those boundaries.
True.
Right? Or I budged on them, right? But even when you do budget on them, I think letting people know that, hey, listen, this isn't normal, but I'm gonna do this to show them that you are going above and beyond. Because it's unfortunate, but it's just the nature of the beast. Some people, they don't see you as a priority, right? They just see what you can give for them, and so you have to have that self or those boundaries to say, hey, listen, I got nothing but love for you, but I gotta take care of me too, because without me, there's no product, there's no service.
That's true. And I see extra value in that. Like in recruiting, when I was a recruiter back in the day. Now it's a while ago, but one of the biggest things, like when I had a client, I call them clients now, but back then they were kind of people that wanted to join the military. Flipping something that was complete negative, telling the client you can't call past 8 o'clock, right? That's to them probably gonna be negative, like, oh my God, I can't reach this guy whenever I want to. But saying, so I can give you that undivided attention you need, and I'm not distracted. I'm not spending time with my family. I'm not about to go to bed. I'm not eating dinner. I'm giving you that undivided time for you so we can converse and I can meet your needs on the levels you need them, and I'm not all brain scattered. That's what I do. I try to flip those things. So that's when I learned recruiting. When somebody asks the question, what's the worst part about being in the military? Everybody has a different experience. So if you ask me that question, I don't know. For me, it was learning how to swim. But for you, you're from Florida, you might know how to swim. It might be completely fine with you. But flipping those negatives and making them positive so the client completely understand. So when you pitch it to them, they don't even look at it as a negative. Like, you know what? You're right. Instead of going like, this guy here, you know what I'm saying? Creating that positive vibe from things like that.
Keys. Listen, hope y'all got your notepad. Take notes. That's the key right there. Flawless Fitness. It's not just a brand. It's a movement.